Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? For those that tune in on Restream, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and for those who follow my short TikToks under HCS895, good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight we'll be talking about sleep paralysis, night terrors, succubus, and incubus. Hopefully we don't have no interruptions like we had yesterday with the people that were trolling the channel last night. Let me share out this link to the groups that I shared to. Sharing out right now. There we go. We all shared out here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Let me see if I can find the pictures that I normally have of this spiritual succubus and incubus. I have an encounter that I can share, but I'll share that in a moment. Yeah, I see a lot of trolls coming out as of lately. No, I got trolled last night, but it was no big deal. Just some people were confused what path that they're on. But people can believe whatever they want to believe. It's not for me to tell them what to believe into. The only thing I can do is give people the advice, proper advice. I see a lot of people being brainwashed, as a matter of fact, by groups from other countries believing in false gods and things of that nature. But this is part of the spiritual warfare. It says in the Bible that in the latter years that the veil's going to be lifted. There's going to be many things happening. We just have to have an understanding. The only way we have an understanding is to have the relationship with Jesus Christ, because he's our protector and our avenger. How you doing, Sister Amy Creel? So you love them trolls, eh? Swamp Dog. Yeah, well, there was a couple of them yesterday that tried to infiltrate here, and I spoke the truth to them. A lot of these people, they're being, you could say, brainwashed by the system. Whether it's religion. There's a lot of them that get brainwashed through with the religion. There's some get brainwashed through cult-like mentalities, and there's the people that just out there on the left field. How you doing, Primo? How you doing, cousin? They're just corrupted, man. It's kind of like they just follow the leader. Even if I think what it is these people that do not believe in Jesus Christ, so they'll go and follow any other religion that doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, just to suit what they believe in. Which that's okay. They can go ahead and do that, but they're going to fall short of the kingdom of heaven. They will be going to a certain location where you make sure you don't forget to take your suntan lotion and fireproof stuff where these people are going. Yeah, I let people talk. Yesterday I wasn't even supposed to be doing it. I was just talking by myself, and I added, I put a link out there to add somebody, and this trolls cut started coming out of nowhere. Can't have a conversation with somebody that doesn't want to listen. Yeah, today I have this shirt here. Probably trigger some of these guys even more. Just give it a little bit of light. Maybe you can see it. Let me see. There you go. Give it some good lighting on here. There you go. An angel. You know how it says in the Bible, or how it says, pull on your full body armor, the armor of God. Put it on. That's why I let people say what they have to say, so the viewers could see the unclean spirits in them. For those that pay attention to the spirit, you could tell who's who, because they can try to talk like if a perfect sentence, but there'll be some how should I say, some openings where you could tell that something else is guiding those individuals, and it'll show itself by certain things that are say. That's why I let these people say whatever they want to say, but I can see the discrepancies of how they're being spiritually bonded. You know, then I'll wait. And I say, and the only way I can talk or say anything about these individuals is I have to boot them out. In order to say what I have to say, because now they're going to be disrespectful, and they're going to they're going to do things in the background, so my message won't be heard. It's my channel, my group. I mean, my channel. So I boot them out so I can say what I have to say. Then I see them in the green screen, and they'll be pissed off because the infiltration that they were trying to do doesn't work. I ain't doing beyond the box. So they get upset. I mean, first of all, why are you here trolling me in the first place? We here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters do believe in the power of Christ. We do believe in the Heavenly Father. Uh, we believe that Jesus Christ is the way. We type out and rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. If we accept the Son, and we accept the Son, then the Father accepts us. These guys, they're denying the Son. So if they're denying the Son, then they will be denied into the kingdom of heaven. That's what they don't understand. Yeah, they're like, oh, spiritual encrypted encounters. They found out otherwise. Yeah, I don't want to hear no nonsense coming out of people that are brainwashed. I give them an opportunity to say something. I just wasn't impressed to what they were saying. There was here. There was like 3 or 4 of them that were together last night. So I seen another one trying to come back in, and I left them outside, and I just targeted on, what was the name, on Juanito. I targeted on Juanito, and I left the other guy that was with him outside. I didn't let him back in the lobby because they're in cahoots. That's why I was saying, what happened to so and so? Because I booted them out because I knew they were together. It's not the first time they've tried to attack like that. They've tried to attack like that before in the past. The thing that they have in common is they do not believe in Jesus Christ, and they believe in a different God. Yeah, whatever his name is, Jose, Juan, or Juanito. Josefina. Yeah. So I try my best here to try. Tonight I want to talk about the sleep paralysis, night terrors, succubus, incubus. This guy's because they seen what the title was last night about fighting spiritually, cleansing through Jesus Christ, and they got pissed off. That goes against what they believe in, against their religion, right? They believe in Allah. So I say to them, váyanse mucho a la chingada. There's your Allah. Has anybody here in the chat has had any sleep paralysis or night terrors, or has encountered a succubus or incubus? Would be a question I would ask some of these viewers that are here. See, this guy wasted all their evening trying to cause an eruption over here when everything that they attempted to do did not work. These guys are brainwashed, talking about he's a successful man because all his children done been to college and all this, blah blah blah. But the question is, you can have all the riches in the world, you can have an awesome job, but if you're the father and you're guiding them astray that Jesus Christ is not the way, then whatever they do here on earth doesn't matter, because you've led them astray to Jesus Christ, and what you're doing, your children that are supposedly successful in this world, since you were pulling your collar about their accomplishments, you're literally leading them astray from the kingdom of heaven. So how can you be happy that you're leading them astray? Would be the bigger question. How would you be happy that you're leading your children astray, la boo boo? That you're leading them astray from the kingdom of heaven, but not believing in Jesus Christ? Yes. So I'm gonna drop a link here. Yeah. Basically, the word that I'm talking about, labubu, is being humble. Be happy for what you have. Be happy, for what your children are doing. Doesn't matter if they have college or not. I know in this world, people think that college is the way to go to become successful, but there's many other ways to be successful in life. Is the kind of person you are. How people are going to like you if you come at them as an asshole, la boo boo. Like you come up to the people here, the members of spiritual encrypted encounters. You came up to everybody like a hole, so that's what the people are going to think of you. Uh, that's not a very good impression. You go to a job interview with that kind of attitude, most likely you will not get hired, because they think you have a narcissistic way of thinking. Yeah, and that's what it is about right now. I do got a couple of stories. I'll drop a link right there. See who wants to jump on. Uh, I do have a couple of stories dealing with about tithe. There's so many jobs in this world, right? I'm happy just for my son to be to have a job, and be successful. If you're going to have a job, give it all you have in the job. You know, but there's many other options that he can do, but it's his life, and whatever he chooses to do, you know, me as a father, I just have to back him up, and that's what this people think. Okay, let's talk about some people that have had success, but they're not here no more. That you know, there's many people that have success and they're not here no more because the time on earth got cut them short. You know, I'm not even going to mention those people's names because may their souls rest in peace. But there's been many people that have had uh, been making big time money, right? You've got athletes, you've got movie stars that were doing good, and next thing you know, the time here on earth is over, and they lived a short life. The bigger question is, while they were living the life of fame and fortune, were they worshiping Jesus Christ? Were they having a relationship with Jesus Christ? Were they were doing good deeds? Were they doing what they were supposed to be doing spiritually? Where they were having their success? And is success really something good, or is it something bad? And we've seen it right through Hollywood, how they put the Illuminati stuff up there, doing MTV awards or the Academy Awards and music videos, halftime shows. We see what they're affiliated with, and we see what they're worshiping. What they're worshiping is false idols, false gods, demons. Uh, wish if that's what they're worshiping and they're playing their faith and trust, and then they will, they're dooming themselves by doing that. How you doing, Sister Brenda?
Hello, I thought I'd come up here with you and listen to the stories. Keeps me from
Yeah,
falling asleep too early. I can't go to sleep early today.
yeah. I was just telling the viewers about how many people have been living the life, but they fall short in life,
Yes,
where the time finishes faster than the Heavenly Father will bless you in many ways, but at the same time, you got to be on the right path. You got to be doing His works in order for Him to continue to bless you. That's why one of the reasons I continue to do the show, because
right,
if I'm not doing His works, then what am I doing here? If I cannot do His works and awaken my brothers and sisters, then what am I doing here?
right. When Susie and I started that show that I do, I said, "Look, here's the deal. This is what we're doing. If we do a show, and out of 50 people that may watch, and one person gets it, and they can understand more about themselves or what's going on, or you know find peace, find Jesus, find anything, then we did our job. If only one person gets it out of 50, because then the next time it might be two or three people. So I mean, even though I'm switching my channel somewhere else, I still want to keep that where I'm not doing things to get rich, because honestly, Abe, I have lived so poor for so long that it doesn't bother me. Even if I made all kinds of money, I'd just give it away because I wouldn't have anything to do with it. What am I going to do? So, you gotta, what you do for people is amazing. It really is. And the following that you have that is in here for all of your shows, they all love you, appreciate you. Sometimes when they're feeling down, they may reach out and say, "Hey, Abe, say a prayer for me, please." And you'll get right on it and you'll do that for them. You have like a whole family here. So when these other people come in here and try to infiltrate, of course, the whole boat is going to jump on them and not let the captain have to lead it by themselves because they're really disrespectful. And I don't know why they keep doing that. But
Well, that's part of spiritual warfare, Sister Brenda.
yeah.
This guys is not the first time I've had encounters with them. As a matter of fact, I've had that Jose guy on the show before,
Hmm.
and I've seen how his face close front. I try to give him spiritual advice, but he don't want to take it because he's got his mindset, what he believes in.
Right.
And his other buddies, I've had him on the show too, talk about all kinds of things. And I've told him the same thing I told him. So you know, they see me, I guess you could say, as an enemy of sort because
Yeah.
I didn't fall into their BS.
Right. But
What they, into
I'm
the
gonna.
what they're trying to do is cause interruption first, and then they want to cause division.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, I went back and watched one of your shows the other night when I missed it, and I'm just gonna say this: don't let anybody tell you that you cannot take time for yourself. You have a wife that you enjoy, you have a son, you have family. Doing the works of God does not mean you have to do them 24/7. If you need a day, or even if you need a week, heck, I had to take a week off, then you take it. Because you know what? You'll be right back and you'll be stronger because your vessel has got to rest sometimes. It really does.
Well, it did give me a good rest. Matter of fact, last night when I went to sleep, I did not wake up till like 4 in the afternoon.
Oh wow, that was some good sleep.
So I got me a good night's rest. Good day's rest.
Yeah.
I normally sleep during the day, anyways.
Hmm.
Uh, so at nighttime is when I'm awake. So that's why I jump on. I said, might as well just make something positive,
Yeah.
of the night, and that's why I jump on at nighttime.
Yep.
I know there's people on right now. I seen what was happening over there in Paranormal Roundtable,
Oh, are they? Man, my
where
notification didn't
some,
go off.
some guy named James Grave that threatened them before was supposedly threatening them again tonight. You know, same guy that threatened me and Primo Jesse here one time.
No,
So he was
great.
he was going off on them again. But I know they're trying to do something over there. But me, I'm just trying to help out my brothers and sisters. Those that
Yeah.
sometimes you have to ignore people like that and just move on forward.
Yes.
But they keep on it's this game of going back and forth. I don't like that. I'm a type of person. If somebody
Yeah.
really hates me that bad, or the
You
old
live.
me, I know
Then
what the
you
old me
live.
would do.
Yeah. Then you live rent free in their head if that's all they think about. Obviously, they're not spiritual people if they've just got you inside their head all the time, and you ain't even paying rent. That's all they
Well,
think
it's what it is. Is that the negative attachments that are on them, or telling them to come interrupt the show because they don't want they want to see if you heard the guy. He gave us some of what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
So how come everybody here is getting angry? I wasn't angry. I was just listening. It's when I put them out, then I said what I had to say. Because I'm not going to argue with somebody, because I know that's how the enemy works. He wants people to get upset so it could jump back and forth from vessels. I'm not going to give it that. I let them say what they had to say, then I booted them out and said what I had to say. And it's simple. Uh, you deny the son, it's like denying the father.
That is correct.
It's plain and simple. You don't have to look into all the stuff that we're saying. It's as simple as that. You deny the son, then you're denying the father. So when you try to make it to where the father's going to deny you for denying his son.
Yeah.
See, you'll fall short and not make it into the kingdom of heaven. It's that simple. It's written and it's said in many ways
I think
throughout the
also
Bible.
though, what we have to watch out for, Abe, being online, We've got the infiltrating people that are moving into our cities. I am not putting it aside that they're not going to try to infiltrate shows and make that hard too. So I guess we're all going to have to be pretty careful,
Yeah, I
who
seen some
we're
comments that they
dealing
were
with.
saying that what's happening in New York or somewhere that they're doing something over there.
Yeah,
But Texas is not New York.
no, it's
We got
not.
real patriots, real Americans here, especially in Central Texas. A lot of veterans. You don't want to
Yeah,
come messing around over here with that kind of crap because you'll be dealt with real quick here.
yeah.
Like the old Tabasco, what is it? The old picante sauce commercial. Get a rope.
Jero.
New York City.
Yeah,
Get a rope.
we are definitely different here. And I think what sets us, I was looking into Texas history.
And there was a commercial, brothers and sisters, from TV that a commercial
Yep.
where a guy is holding it was a picante sauce and he didn't like it and he said New York City and then he said get a rope.
But I had been doing some digging into Texas just because. And, before Texas became part of the United States, it was its own country, but we also had Texas and Mexico. It was that big. And then, of course, that got divided. And the reason why we came to join the United States, they did some kind of a treaty. Well, the problem with it is, and I know Governor Abbott's already got those papers sitting in his pocket, our treaty has been broken. They broke our treaty. So I'm just waiting for somebody to holler, we're going back to being the country of Texas. I'm just waiting for this to happen. I don't think anybody has had the brass cojones to actually do that. So, but yeah, I was just being nosy and I decided to go do a little bit of looking. Yeah, I remember that commercial too, Amy. They used to have good commercials back in the day.
It was just
Now,
a humor and people
yeah,
take it out. Think that something like that they would take it out of context
mm-hmm,
nowadays.
yep.
See,
They
I'll
started,
post it to y'all because people I can see a joke here, but since I'm older guy, it's gonna be kind of like an old joke because I remember
right,
a lot of things. So right now, what I just said is literally out of a commercial,
yep.
and I'm gonna share it with y'all
Yeah.
here.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, right.
Let me share it with y'all. So you got people that don't understand where this commercial's from. Let me see. Let's see if I can post it up here. Let me share it. Uh oh.
Cookie, paste
Here,
pecan sauce.
here you go.
Yep.
Hey, Cookie, more pecan sauce. This ain't paste pecan sauce.
What's the difference?
Cookie, paste pecan sauce is made in San Antonio with fresh vegetables and spices by people who know what pecan sauce is supposed to taste like.
This stuff's made in New York City?
New York City?
Get a rope.
Pick up the original. Pick up the pace.
Oh, that's such an old commercial. That brings back so many memories. Oh
Did you
my
see it, Brenda?
goodness.
Was it
Yep.
showing the video?
Yep. It
We'll play it one
was.
more time, folks. Oh no, it already played.
That was pretty good. Yep, I
Yeah.
remember that. And it's so bad because we had, oh, look, the Clydesdale horses. Now, granted, it promoted beer, but they were the most beautiful commercials, especially Christmas time. And then they turned around, and had to take them, and now they put them on football. Then they were only allowed to show once a commercial in a football season. And I mean, cancel culture has ruined a lot of things, you know, because these commercials, we didn't look at them like the Marlboro Man came out with his horse and he roped people. We didn't look at
Yeah,
it like, look, he's smoking. We were like, look, that is cool. He just caught that guy with a rope. And they were just kind of seemed so wholesome, you know?
yeah. I used to like the old lady where they would say, "Where's the beef?"
Yes. Yes.
They said we can make a joke with that. Where's the beef? You know,
Yep.
we could say Dana Ortega is the old lady saying, "Where's the beef?"
Well,
You know, but
I don't
it
know.
was
We all really
commercial.
like that little old lady, so we might not want to do that to her. We could have
Yeah.
her say, "Where's the pork?" But you know,
So sometimes I'll say something here that only the people around my age understand what I'm saying. That it's a joke.
right,
So you're gonna have these young people that think they're more advanced than the older people, right? When they haven't been around the block like we've been,
right.
and they, they, they think we're saying something offensive to them, but we're not. We're literally joking around.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know that there a lot of these people have been brainwashed
We know.
by the system
I was thinking
or by
about this.
religion.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. I think that Gen Z is that generation because it was the um, after the older people like our parents or grandparents, and then before the millenniums and Gen Z. So we had the best of both worlds where we played outside. We didn't have a lot of electronics. We had our imaginations, and we actually made friends and you know
Hello.
talked to people. Uh oh.
Yeah, yeah. I'm over here. I was on my show right now with Sister Brenda. Yeah, yeah. All right, man. Yeah, so they got some guy from Mike's camp over there that he's trying to figure out why we're fighting with Mike and all this stuff. It's like,
Oh gosh.
uh, Mike is irrelevant to me. You know, he's not. I tried to send him links here. Why am I going to talk to one of his minions when he can't even talk to me as a man? You know,
That's true. That is very
that,
true.
that's not the people. That's not the person that has offended me or come up after me has been Dirty Ike. But besides that, let's go on with the show.
Yep. I don't even remember where I was. Anyways, they've ruined
Zen
all of
Z
our. Oh yeah,
about the
yeah.
Zen.
Because and we had sense of humor, and I noticed with people that are older than us, they don't have a sense of humor like we do. People that are younger than us, they don't get our sense of humor because we don't care. We had good comedians that taught us bad things and bad words, and we had but we laughed, you know. Do you know how many people used to go to Richard Pryor's stand-up comedian things? And it didn't matter what nationality they were, what color they were. They went, they laughed, they had a good time. But now it's almost like the younger generation, they don't have a funny bone, Abe. They do not have a funny bone at all.
Yeah,
Everything offends them and makes them cry.
is it? We went with the moment, everything around us, the movies and all that, so we could
Mhm.
see the humor in a commercial like that because we used to watch westerns back in the day, like in the '70s. There was a lot of westerns, and we could see the sense of humor, from the movies and the lynch mobs from the cowboy movies and Even the some of the Spanish movies that I remember from Mexico, there was lynch mobs over there too, where they would hang the robbers, the people
Right,
robbing the banks and stuff. So
right.
when I seen the commercial, it was hilarious because of the movies that we grew up with. We could relate to the funny bone of what they were
Yes,
saying, the sense of
exactly.
humor. But if you put that now, like these people, because they've been brainwashed,
Yeah,
right?
like
They're
somebody
gonna
said,
see it like they're making fun of,
right.
you know,
It's like somebody
of
said
life.
before. Could you imagine some of these people today watching the Archie Bunker show,
Oh man,
Benny Hill, just all the good, funny things that we laugh. They would probably find something wrong with, uh, oh God, what was the name with the kid Opie? Uh, oh my God, what old show was that? I've got it in my head and I cannot recall the show, but his son's name was Opie, and he was the sheriff of the town, and the one guy with the goldfish eyes was there too. My brain. But the older shows that they had back then, they would, they were supposed to be family shows. They would probably have such a big problem with those over nothing. Nothing.
you had the Waltons.
Yes.
You had, of
Andy
course,
Griffin. That
Dukes of Hazard.
that was it, Jesse. Andy Griffin.
The Dukes of Hazard. The guy
Yep.
they because of General Lee, they stopped showing the shows on TV a long time ago when
Yep.
Obama was in office.
Yeah. Yep. He started the ruckus. And it's so sad because those were all really good shows to laugh at. You could sit with your families and watch them, and everybody got a kick out of them. And it's like my daughter. She tells me, "Yeah, but mom, those days are over. You have to get hip to modern times." Well, sorry, but my hips don't roll that way anymore. But they still could have came out with decent shows that they could put out, but people would just get offended, you know.
It's
But what
got
do
it's
you
kind of
do?
like this, brothers and sisters. I remember the Wheatie commercials having what's his name,
Chris Jenner or
Chris
Bruce
Jenner,
Bruce Jenner then.
coming out on the Wheaties commercial on the box of Wheaties, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward how many years? Like 30, 40 years. You got Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm,
What happened to that? I will
yeah,
always know him as
that's her
Bruce
name. Yep.
because that's who he was.
You know,
He was an Olympian. He had
had
won
I
a was he
known,
had won a gold, right?
yes,
Several
he
golds.
did. He did.
He was
Had
an
I,
Olympian. So
yeah,
to some children, he was like a hero,
right.
American hero, right?
Yep.
So he went from being Bruce Jenner, the Olympian, to Bruce Jenner, the transgender, or Caitlyn Jenner.
Yep. Had I have known back then what I know now, when I bought a box of those Wheaties or whatever he was on, I think it was Wheaties. When the box was empty, boy, I would have put that sucker in a case and I'd have kept it. I'd have kept it because that thing could probably be worth some money right now.
Yeah, I used to like a lot of shows. No, when you just had TV and that's all you had,
Yep.
one of my shows that I like to watch was Three's Company. That would make me laugh all the time. Three's Company was hilarious.
Yep.
You had Mel's Diner.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember Mel's Diner.
You had Kojak,
Mm-hmm.
Columbo,
Columbo. Yep. Columbo
uh,
was one of my favorites.
Beretta, and I remember so many shows from back in the days.
Oh yeah. Ironside.
Yeah, man.
Matlock.
What I do is I go into the sites and I look up
Mhm.
like the movies. Remember Kojak, the the guy that would go on this hunting expeditions with vampires and mummies and
Yeah.
Kojak the Night Stalker. That's what it was called. It was a newspaper guy, what do you call it? Worked for a newspaper.
Oh, like
Yeah,
an editor or
yeah. I looked up all
yeah.
those shows, and I went through the whole series. I even got a shirt with them, Kojak.
I have a membership to that channel 12, and they play like old time movies. Right now for the seasons, they're doing like the older Christmas movies. They have old cartoons like the original Tom and Jerry's and Scooby Doo stuff that they don't
Is
have
that a local
edited.
channel? Channel 12?
It if you can get it with Roku Fire Stick, but it's a prescription channel. Like it's 9.99 a month, but you have 24-hour access to all of those. Like I said, they do old movies, cartoons. He's bringing back like a kind of old MTV style music, so
Yeah,
he's got a music channel on there. And then there's other shows like mine and different things. There's Bigfoot shows. There's spiritual shows. They have that Tracy. Her name is Tracy Jones, and she's a white witch. She's a really good person, and she's very good at what she does. So, it's kind of worth it because I don't know what people pay for the internet. I mean, for like Spectrum or TV is kind of high. But if you have a Roku or a Fire Stick and you pay for that, you get all that stuff. He plays commercials. He's got some people that are sponsors. Um, so I mean, I have a membership to him, and I haven't had a chance to sit down and go through some of the shows and stuff. But I'm gonna go check it out and look. I have a couple of people that are kind of interested and want me to go look and see what all's there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But I mean, sometimes just the TV itself, it just the shows that come out today, some of them are kind of bad, and it's like, man, whatever happened to the old sit down comedy shows, you know? Kind of miss that.
yeah. I watch a lot of shows late at night. When after I do the show, I sit down, turn on the TV. I like going to YouTube. I just look for a title,
Yeah.
or there's just other sites that I go to sometimes, and I look up for old movies. Or like YouTube plays a lot of old movies, and
Yeah.
I remember that one, and I'll play it and
Um,
I'll watch it.
who is it?
Uh,
Uh, Midnight Watchers.
yeah,
They run a show. They do their YouTube channel and stuff, but they also do it on Rumble. And on the weekends, they'll have like a 24 hours. They'll play like an old Godzilla movie, or they'll play. So I'll go and I'll watch that because I'll put it up on my TV because there's nothing else on. So yeah, it's kind of fun.
oh yeah, man.
But
It'd be
also,
Go ahead,
um,
sister.
but also what I like about doing my shows over there is we can get into all kinds of stuff and talk about whatever we want, and we can't we don't get any restrictions. So we can conspiracy it up, or we can get deep and dirty about what they're talking about. We can get into you know debunking people from Bigfoot stuff, or we can do all kinds of stuff, and we can say what we want, and we will not get in trouble. So maybe that'll keep the FBI and the
It's
military
kind of
from
like
knocking on my door.
my stream here is just for adults.
Yeah,
It's just adults only. You know,
yeah. I have
I don't
mine.
have
My
it's not for anybody under 18. It's
Yep.
all for adults.
Yeah, I
So
have my
when somebody cusses here, sometimes it's okay because it's for adults.
yeah, and my Streamlabs is set up that way too. Adults only. I have the parental block thing, so but it's so easy for people to lie and get on there. Oh yeah, I'm 18. My birthday's so. You know, especially online. Like I have a Discord, and I'm in one, two, three other Discords, and that is something that is not made for children at all. But yet sometimes people will get caught being in there, and they're too young to be in there, and then we have to block them out of it because it is not a place for kids. And it's just too easy. Some of these kids, I'll tell you, they're a little smart for their ages when it comes to computers, but it's what they're growing up with. So I have Scooby Doo on my TV. My dog likes to lay down and watch Scooby Doo while I'm on the show. He does. He lays on there. So I get it from Tubi or uh, let's see. Netflix has a lot of Scooby Doo's on it, and so Jesse likes to watch Scooby Doo. Oh, he said he'll do it for two Scooby snacks. Oh, Jesse.
For Scooby Snack. Yeah, I seen bro Josh Turner had a lot of people on the panel. No, so I said, you know what? I'm not gonna jump on here tonight. I'll just wait for another day so I can do my show. Because
Yeah,
there's been a couple of Mondays that I haven't done my show. I said, but I want to just do a show for the people. If it's even it's an hour, 2 hours, just to do a show. And I'm trying to stay away from all the BS that's going on.
right.
It's like a never like the movie back in the '80s, a never ending story, or the end was it never ending book.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Because the way they attack Nellie and Josh when they have so much going on, those people are like energy vampires. And and they get upset, they know how to get their goat, and they're just sucking the energy right out of them.
Hey, Lo Morgan, do me a favor, or anybody that's goes to PRT, can you send a message for the guy that they wanted me to talk to come over here to Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, and we can talk about whatever he wants to talk about. Then I'll drop him a link. If y'all can do me that favor, just to see what their what his problem is. I guess he's one of their trolls or something. I don't hide from anybody, but I am going to talk about sleep paralysis, night terrors in a moment.
Yeah.
If somebody can do me the favor and tell that Abe Cias has an open invitation to the guy that's, I guess, bringing up my name, that's been trolling, to come on over and we can talk here to see what's going on with this guy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But that's what they're doing. They're just sucking the energy out of Josh and all them. And that's going to make them always feel wore down. And the bad thing about it is
Yeah,
Nellie doesn't need to be feeling like that. She needs to keep as much of her strength as she can.
that's what I was trying to say, Sister Brenda, on Saturday, that I was thinking about just taking a little break
Yeah,
because besides the trolling, it's not the trolling that's bothering me because I know how to handle that. It's just I'm going through some things that I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Physically, that's something that's happening with me. That what is my next step or what I'm going to do.
right.
I'm gonna give it like another week or two, and things continue to happen. Then I won't have no choice but to seek for medical help.
Yeah.
It's something that
And
I'm going through, but I'm
and
just gonna keep it to myself.
right. And sometimes people have to do that. because our bodies put up with so much, and even spiritually, mentally, physically, just to sit here, and you're a good person, you want to be there for everybody, you want to help, but you're no help to anybody else if you let your temple get a crack in it. So if you need to take time to heal that, then that's what you need to do. I mean, it's not.
You see, basically, these people that are playing the games that they're playing, there's a much bigger threat than these individuals. They're really like nobodies. The things that I'm facing is the bigger threats. Just put it that way because of the works that I do, the
Right.
investigations that I do. So sometimes it takes a toll on you because when they attack, it takes a toll on your body. Sometimes it takes a toll on your spirit. So you have to replenish. You have to uh, cleanse yourself and and wait for the to feel better in order to do things spiritually.
Right. That is correct. I mean, shoot, God Himself even had to have a day of rest. So, and a day in that realm could be 100 years. It just happens sometimes. I mean, people
Yeah,
get
I've been having
tired.
some crazy dreams. Like when we talk about night terrors,
Yeah.
the one I had today was real strange because this dream happened in my grandmother's living room,
Mm.
and my grandmother's been deceased since 1980. But I could see the room and everything like it used to look, and I was sweeping because supposedly there was a party, I guess her party, and I forget that her birthday is October 31st,
Oh, wow.
and I never really celebrated her birthday or you know put her in prayer. I know it was a message there in some kind of way, but it was a weird dream. And then in the middle of the living room, you could see a hole, a tunnel that went down, and this tunnel was like a tunnel, but you could see light, and it just kept on going like real deep into the earth. So then I woke up. So that was a dream that I had. And of course, when you have dreams like that that are understandable, not
Yeah.
understandable, you type and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name. But yeah, sometimes the spirits are around us. They'll enter our where we're sleeping, and they'll send us a message, like letting us know something, to be careful, or and sometimes you can't really look into a dream because it could be infiltration by the enemy, which that's like part of sleep paralysis, night terrors. But in this dream, uh, I could see everything. There was nothing crazy going on in the dream, but I woke up. I was able to wake up, and I was like, "Well, that was a crazy dream." I
Yeah.
haven't dreamt my grandmother in years.
Yep. I, I think that happened to me once recently. I had a dream about somebody that I hadn't seen, talked to, or even thought about in probably 10, 11 years. So it was kind of weird that I had a dream about that person. So I know that when we go to sleep, um, our minds, our soul is very much awake, and it probably does things. Sometimes we might think when we wake up, oh my God, I'm exhausted like I didn't sleep. Well, if that happens, then your little soul was busy doing something, was out there looking at things, checking on people. And sometimes when you come back, you can remember that. But a lot of times you don't remember doing anything but sleeping. But when you have a dream, maybe you went and visited your grandma in the last image that you might have seen her, or last place. And that does happen. Our minds are amazing, and our souls, our spirit is amazing and can do things that people don't even realize. So I just wish, with all the bright scientists and leading medical people and all this stuff, I wish they would look into us and how good our souls are and how good our energy is, instead of trying to do things to downplay us, make us look stupid, and kill us, make us sick.
You could say it felt like if I traveled to that time, you know,
Yeah.
and it looked so realistic. But then I woke up, it's like went into the like going into the past, and then appearing the kind of like a form of, I'm not going. I ain't gonna say astral project. I'll just say, you know, spirit able to be go back in time
A
to a
spiritual
certain time and
travel.
place and location. You know.
Yeah, you can call it a, well, they have a astral, not astral projecting, but a astral travel, which is kind of like a spiritual travel, like your spirit will travel places. So yeah, that is actually a thing, and that might have happened. Maybe in your deep, deep soul, maybe there was something that you either wanted to say to her, or you just wanted to see her again, or, you know, something like that. And it let you go do that.
Yeah, it was. I think it's dealing with what I was speaking about with keeping the vessel clean.
Yes.
Because in the dream, I was sweeping and sweeping because there was chips and there was all kinds of stuff on the ground, and I was sweeping trying to clean up the living room because it was dirty, and I was sweeping and sweeping and sweeping, and that's when I woke up.
Mm,
Like I was trying to,
yes. You were trying to clean out your vessel.
yeah. But in the dream, the location was her living room.
Now, when you used to go see her, was that a comfortable place for you to be, or uncomfortable?
It was a comfortable place. It's
Okay.
just, so I don't think nothing strange, but if she was dabbling in something, then it's possible there could have been some unclean spirits in there. But that house doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think you probably are onto something by saying that, because you were thinking about it and talking about it and cleansing the vessel of everything unclean, and peace, and
There's a question right
you were
there by
cleaning it,
Jesse. Says, but can dream travel make you feel sickly after?
depending on what you're doing when you're doing it,
It's
like where
possible.
you go. Yeah.
I got a mark on my arm that I don't know where it came from. On this arm, it's like a bruise.
Hmm.
Let me see. Y'all can see it.
I can see it. Wow.
I woke up with that mark on my arm. But what marks you when you go into night terrors and sleep paralysis? Succubus and incubus.
Yes.
They can mark you like that. That looks like hickey-like marks. I showed it to my wife and I said, "Look, I got a mark here on my arm." I
Did she
woke up.
say who gave you a hickey?
Was it?
Did she say who gave you a hickey?
No, no. I just
Okay.
told her that because I remember they stuck me with a needle on this arm when I would do my INR, and I think that's what they left. Because I'm on the warfare end, so the bruising stays on me for a long time.
You know, I don't know what I'm on. I mean, I know I'm on the Xarelto, but I'm on Plavix too. I'm on both. And when they take my blood and stuff like that, I don't usually get bruises and marks that stay on me. Even if I bump something and cause a bruise, it only lasts a few days. I don't know. I am so weird. I swear. My body it's so different. It is not like everybody else's. I just don't understand it. But well, but they stuck you right there. That's kind of a weird place to stick you. Well, did they give you a shot?
The stung me with the Duma iron R. They stung me with a thin needle,
Mm,
but she missed the needle, the vein, and she kept on moving it with a needle in my arm. That's why he's got the bruise like that.
that is because usually they do like the inside of your elbow,
I know.
or somewhere on the forearm or the hand. I ain't never seen them go up on the bicep like that, or on the on the side like that. That's kind of weird. That's a weird place to stick you. Maybe that's why it bruised. Yeah, I hate when they do that, when they miss the vein and they're looking at you and they're going, "Just sit still. This is gonna hurt a little bit. You
Yeah,
might get,"
that's what.
and they're in there going back and forth like they're running a vacuum cleaner in there, trying to get the right vein. Wow.
Do you have any stories, Sister Brenda, that you would like to share with them about sleep paralysis, night terrors, or succubus or incubus?
You know, I have never really had a problem with sleep paralysis. Now, I have been known to be fighting people in my sleep, and I've actually swung. Like one night, I swung so hard that apparently I punched the side of the bed, and I had a bruise in between two knuckles. It woke me up when I hit it. So I have fought with bad things in my sleep before, but I've never really had paralysis where I wake up and I can't move. That hasn't happened to me. I would probably think I died if that did happen to me. I would definitely be sitting there going, "Oh, this is it." So, but just fighting, because I used to, for a long time, have the most terrifying dreams where people would try to kidnap me and drag me off, or I had to fight for my life against somebody that was trying to kill me, or just really weird things. And I literally would yell in my sleep. I guess you would call those night terrors. And I would fight in my sleep. And I've fought with demons in my sleep. Things that, dark shadows where you could see horns and red lit eyes, and just things like that. I mean, what do? You fight for your life, you know? My mom used to tell me I just watched too many horror movies. But it's so much different when it's in your own dreams. Like, I think when they made Nightmare on Elm Street, that Freddy Krueger guy, I think that they made that because of sleep paralysis and night terrors. I think that movie references that stuff when you really sit and think about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of movies that will make like that. A couple of movies. What was the other one with the guy that they electrocuted,
Oh,
and he started haunting people like in their dreams.
yes, I know what movie you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
The
And when he
Shocker.
was in, yes, when he was in prison, it came through the TV and went into people. Yeah. So I really think that those movies were made with the concept around night terrors and sleep paralysis. So, and I would have never thought about that back in the day, but now that I know a little bit different, so now I look at movies different, like almost like they're documentaries, because everything that they put out anymore is like it's It's what's happening today. And these movies were made 10, 15 years ago. So it's kind of scary when you think about it. Kind of makes you think, you know, when they made these movies, did they know something we didn't know? I mean, I would say yeah, in my curiosity. Hi, Buddha. He says his dreams are evil when his room is freezing cold. That's weird. I sleep better when it's freezing cold. But that's that's weird. I wonder why that is. Abe, does does uh does our little succubus like the cold? Do you think?
Well, uh, when at nighttime is when I would have the succubus attack the most. I think it was more than one actually. You know, when you think about lechuzas or brujas, they would say that the lechuzas they could go into your home like in a spirit form
Right.
and attack you while you're asleep. And what they would do is drain your blood, kind of like vampires. You know, which is a in English would be a harpy.
Don't they
That they're,
also don't they also take like your energy, like try to take
well,
part
yeah,
of your soul?
that's what I'm saying. But they
Okay.
will leave marks on you where they would attack. Sometimes you would have hickey-like marks where supposedly they took some blood, or sometimes you have scratches on your body when they will attack. You know, I did have an encounter with a succubus. I do have a picture. I just need to look for it of the succubus that attacked me at nighttime back in when I lived in Elms Grove. I was waking up with marks on my neck, my chest, freaking all over my body, my legs,
Wow.
inner thighs. Sometimes I would wake like if I had a night marathon with a woman. Just put it that way. So I was being attacked physically, spiritually, sexually by something, and
Right.
I didn't know what it was. You know, I would sleep in the room by myself just to see. Because sometimes my son, he had a little bed there, and he would go to sleep. So I told him to go sleep with spend the night with my nephew and niece, and it still happened in my room. Like I was trying to figure out where all this was coming from. Uh, till I started training myself spiritually because I knew then that it had to be something that was unseen, so something in spirit that was attacking me. And the dreams that I was having were very. There wasn't good dreams. It was dreams of, you could say, no. At that time I was single. No, I didn't have a no relations with anybody, and if I was being attacked by
That's
this
terrible.
succubus, I was waking up with the marks and scratches. I started training my body to be able to wake up from the night terrors. What happened? They would keep me in a dream where there was nothing but naked women. I'm talking about 30
Oh
naked
wow.
women,
That's
but
a
they had
nightmare to begin with.
naked women with like white see through like lingerie or something,
Yeah.
right? And they'll be all there trying to come at me and stuff like that in the dream.
Wow.
So I train, and then when I wake up with all these marks, and I was like, how can I be dreaming of something like this and then wake up with these marks? So I train myself, you know, to be able to move a finger. So if I can move a finger, I train myself to wake up. Then if I can move my arm or my hand like this, I was able to wake up from the night terror or the dream that I was in. Now I worked on that. I was able to wake up. So the other thing I trained on was to say, I type and rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. I would repeat it daily, all throughout the day. Anytime a thought would come into my mind, I would say, I thought binary begin in the name of Jesus Christ. So I train myself, for anything, any thought of any kind of sort, to say, I type binary in the name of Jesus Christ. So then on this evening, here it came again, this dream, where I'm in sleep paralysis, night terror, whatever you want to call it. And it showed me, what it showed me was like New York, this big city, and there's this building, and there they are, a bunch of females, the same ones with the lights, white, and you see everything is see through. So it's kind of like a form of temptation, but I'm ignoring it, right? So they don't want me to leave that location. So I'm able to walk out of the location, and I climb this big fence, and I climb on the other side. And as I'm climbing downward, they're all climbing on the fence, and they're moving real fast. So when they're coming towards me, I go like this. When I go like that, I wake up. So when I wake up, I seen the succubus. She's I'm laying down in bed. She's hovering over me. Her mouth is wide open, and she's draining my spiritual energy. So as soon as I see her, the automatic of what I was practicing, I said, I tie bind rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. When I said that to her, her mouth opened up real big, her eyes opened up real big, and she exploded. When
Oh,
she exploded, all the souls that she had captured were flying around in my room. It looked like it was at the club, but it was nothing but orbs, lights, different colors, just flying everywhere in the room. As they were flying in the room, I call upon the Heavenly Father to shine His heavenly light. And then I commanded the souls to go into the light. So they all start going into the light, the heavenly light, and going up, going up. Then there's one that was flying around, and he stopped right in front of me, like telling me thank you. And it goes into it was the last one to go into the light. And then when they went in there, the light disappeared.
mm,
Uh, Outside of the home, you could hear the incubus chanting something, because they traveled together, and something else with it that was chanting something. So I started type under rebuking that in Jesus Christ's name. And when I rebuked it, everything stopped. And that was the last time that I've ever gotten attacked by the succubus, because she got eliminated.
now, do you remember how many times that's happened to you?
And that at that time frame, I met numerous times Sister Brenda there in Elms Grove. I just didn't know what was going on. I
Yeah.
didn't know nothing about no succubus or incubus. I did pray to God to show me who my enemy was, and when I woke up, she showed me my enemy, just like I prayed for. So when I seen it, I already knew what I had to do. I typed in in the name of Jesus Christ. I got a picture. You remember the image I showed you, Sister Brenda?
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
I don't know if some of the viewers have seen it or not, but let me see if I can find it real quick.
Jesse said that I stood over my bed. Oh, I stood over my body as I slept. No, Jesse, that was me. You're mistaken. If your room's too freezing cold, and then somebody else said, "Oh, his are bad if his room's too hot." Yeah, I do well sleeping with it cold, but when it's hot, I'm very uncomfortable. I get very restless sleep, and yeah, if I dream, it's usually not really good dreams. They're either strange and don't make any sense to me, like bits and pieces of a puzzle, and they make me wake up confused and complex because I don't know what the hell I just seen. But yeah, I think when we're asleep, I think how comfortable we are. They always say you got to be comfortable to have a good night's sleep. But I think sometimes with the way we sleep, we could be doing things that makes our souls do stuff. Um, so it's just weird. Our bodies are fascinating. Our spirits, our minds, they're really amazing things. It and the government now, I'll tell you this, they don't want us to know about uh, how good our bodies really are, and our thoughts and our minds, because they would be afraid of us. There'd be nothing that would stop us. Did you find it, Abe?
Yeah, I get the pictures.
Okay.
Let me share them. Before I share these pictures, um, on this day, my dog was barking. And normally when he barks at nighttime, it's because something on the side. It was around three in the morning. As soon as I stepped off the porch, I heard somebody say something to me. I looked to the right, there was nobody there, and I put my guards up. Then when I stepped off the porch, something else said something to me. So I started going outside, and I was praying the Our Father around my truck. When I come around my truck, I felt something. All my hair stood up, so I started tie binding and rebuking in the name of Jesus Christ. While I was doing that, I took a couple of pictures. So this is from those couple of pictures that I took, and I believe the succubus was in there, and maybe possibly the incubus and succubus. You got to remember they are spirits.
Yes.
So let me share it.
No.
There you go.
Wow.
Let me make it big over here for you all, because I don't know how does it look over here.
Putin
There we go.
puppy, you're snoring really loud. Be quiet.
So you see it right there. There's let me see how I
Yeah,
can
I
pinpoint
see
it.
how it's like there where the awning of the house is, and it kind of is
There's one
see through
here.
right through it. Yep.
I believe this one is the familiar. Here in the corner is the succubus.
Mm-hmm.
That's her face that I remember. This before anything happened. But that's her face where she was draining my energy. But some people call her the sea witch.
Yep.
I think that's the name that they've given her also in the past.
God, she does
And,
kind of look a lot like that one picture that you got out there when you guys were doing the investigating. She does
and
kind
this
of
is
look like her.
from Elms Grove. And there's another one here, Sister Brenda. Look at this one. Look at this face right here.
Oh yeah.
There's several entities here. So you got one, two, three, and could be possibly more. Let me go. Let me give you another look at it. The different filter, but I think that one made it stand out the most,
Yeah.
which was yeah. I got a close look at the face of her. I don't know somewhere there. I got the close look of the face, but
Look, I
I
see
see
an
nothing.
arm and a hand and everything. You
Yeah,
can
you
see
can
the
see her right here.
fingers. Wow.
It seems like her body's coming out of the mobile home
Yeah.
because this is the edge of the mobile home.
She brought a lot of friends with her, Abe.
It looks like another one here, another face here. But there was on the other side of the on the other side of the vehicle was this. You know, when people talk about the Hat Man, this is my
Yep.
truck. There's the gate where I walked out. But there was something here standing in front
Yeah.
of my
He's
truck.
got it. I can see his face, his nose. He's got a hat on. Looks like he's wearing like a dark jacket, a long dark coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
So it was all those. There was several of them that were there. I think he's the one that spoke to me and was following me. Went around the truck, but stopped because I started praying. But you can see him right there. So there was how many? Like four or five entities.
Yeah.
Let me.
God, my dog is snoring so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. That oh my god.
Let me take Rebel outside. I think he needs to go use
Okay.
the restroom.
Okay. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? Jesse, my dog had too many Scooby snacks, so now he's snoring. Okay. Yeah, because for a while there he settled down now, but for a while there he got really loud. I was like, oh my god, what are you doing? Get him, puppies, get him. Yeah, sometimes he will, if he's laying on the bed and he's facing me and he's facing my computer, you can really hear him snore. And he snores like a grown man. He's a chihuahua, but he snores like a grown man. He's an applehead, but he's got a very, very short nose. So that's what I guess they say that's what makes them snore. I get used to it because it used to be like if I dated somebody and they slept over and they snored, they could get out and never stay the night at my house again because I can't sleep during that. But since I had him and he sleeps right on my shoulder, I've gotten used to it now. Now it puts me to sleep. So yeah. Oh, Frenchies. Yeah, my daughter had a English bulldog. Boy, those things really snore. Ow.
Oh shoot!
Uh, we were just sitting here talking about snoring dogs while we were waiting for you.
Just messing around. I've been doing working out. The camera takes a lot of how I look away from me. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
this
Not
one
me.
we talk about the Hat Man with red eyes. He's got red eyes.
Yep, that's him. That would be him. Well, at least maybe one of him. I wonder if does he show up looking different to different people, do you think? I mean, he always has the hat and stuff, but I wonder.
Yeah, I think he looks the same. you know. But who is it? The question is, who is the Hat Man?
I know, right?
No, is
Satan.
he uh the same one that they call Jack the Ripper,
Mm. You know, the clothing
or is
fits.
he the same one that they call the first vampire, first Nosferatu, Cain? Who is he?
Oh, can you circle the face and the hat on him? Because someone says, if you can circle it, because they don't see it, but if you circle it, it'll bring them to their attention.
I'll do a screenshot and make the face. Try to make it look closer to the camera.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find him. I used to have a picture of it.
Because we're used to seeing this, I can just look right at him. I don't even have my magnifying glass right now. And I can see, his eyes, his nose, his chin, the hat. And his outfit. He seems like he's kind of tall, too. Was he pretty tall?
Yeah. You see how this one looks. Did a close up of the face. Oh,
Yep.
can you see it there?
Oh, yeah. Can't miss out that one. And that one, you see the red eyes.
Mind
Yep.
you, this was at nighttime. I did not use no flash. It was just the only light that was there was the sky. So this was just picture off my phone where I was praying. No flash. You could tell he's wearing a hat
Yeah.
and something black like a
A long coat or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. He's got black hair. I don't know if that could, yeah, because they never end up catching Jack the Ripper. So I think, so yeah, I kind of wonder who the Hat Man is. Because Jack the Ripper wore like a big long cloak like thing.
Well, when you think of Cain or the first supposedly the first vampire, that's what they say he is. He's immortal, right?
Right.
That he was dressed all in black. I don't know. Me, I just know him as a Hat Man, and he was with the succubus. So, are they like how should I say, soul collectors?
Yeah. Or could that be the Jack the Ripper and the succubus that are with him are some of the
Hmm.
women that he killed?
Could be. Let me take a picture, a close face of the succubus face. Let me
Yeah.
go in there while y'all looking at him looking at y'all. Hope y'all have no bad dreams tonight for the females. We type out a rebuke this picture in the name of Jesus Christ.
Yes, Tom, thank you. Trench coat. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I think they said that they think that H.H. Holmes was actually Jack the Ripper.
Sherlock Holmes?
H.H. Holmes.
Who?
H.H.
Sherlock?
Holmes. No, he was. Let's see. I'm trying to. He he was somebody that they did catch for murdering people, but they were trying to pin him and see if he was also like Jack the Ripper, what they used to call Jack the Ripper. Might have been him, H.H. Holmes. Those were simpler times, Tom.
All right, let me send over the picture of the succubus. Okay, here we go.
Ooh. Wow.
Can you see both of them, Sister Brenda?
Yep. Right there's the face of that one.
Look at that one.
And the side, like a side profile type.
Yeah.
Is that one looking sideways?
Yeah, he's looking.
Yeah.
Let's see that what the viewers are seeing. There she is.
Wow.
I could get a little bit closer if you want me to. But y'all can see her
Well,
right
you
there.
could try it. I just don't know if it would take away from it if you blew it
Yeah,
up more.
I'll try it one more time.
And that other one next to her, it looks like a whole body, arms, a little white dress. You could see the face, and wow. Hmm.
Okay, let me share it.
Uh, she's a little ugly hag, ain't she?
Hell yeah, she's ugly.
I see the eyes, the nose. She's kind of got a big nose. It's kind of flary.
But look at the other one in the bag. She's whatever that is. It's fugly. Demonic, I guess. So there's two of them, plus the ones beside her.
Yep. I'm trying to look on top of her, just directly above her face, where that other spot is. It's like, it's almost like it's trying to be a face.
I'm
Like you
gonna
can
do
see little.
one more closer look
Okay.
to make it look bigger. one more look, one more look. Can you see there, Sister Brenda? A little bit closer.
Yeah. I see like a face trying to form. It's not as clear as the one below it, but yes, I can see it. Yeah, because the one below there, you could see her face full on, plain as day. Wow, so she had to bring friends, huh?
I see they're still going at it over there with those people.
Are they? Why? Why are they? Why are they wasting their time? They're never gonna get it. You might as well just say screw it and just let them just keep running amok and walk away.
Yeah.
And
I'll
that's
stop
too
sharing
bad.
the photo for right now.
Yeah,
But
that's
this is the way the succubus that was draining my energy. It looked like this one, but possibly it could have been more than one because you got this
yeah.
one right here.
Yep.
I was trying to figure out which is the one that was biting me between the thighs,
Yeah.
right in between my groin area. I was getting bit on
Oh God.
both of them on the sides of my groin area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a bruja.
Having those spooky things in your face when you open your eyes, I bet is just not fun.
You see, when I say call people brujas, well, because I've dealt with brujas,
Hmm.
and if somebody's acting like a wicked, well, what's a better name to call them but a bruja, right?
Yeah.
If
Do you re-
you're gonna play the part, might as well be the part, right?
That's right. Do you remember the first time that happened to you? Um, the very first time, and you probably couldn't figure out what was going on. Do you, do you remember what happened to you that night?
Just those dreams, and you could say that I got physically abused by them.
Okay,
You know,
so
when you have those dreams, you come out a little bit wet.
yeah, so each one of the times that they got you, they attacked you fully with
Yeah,
everything.
in that nature,
Okay. Oh, come on,
you
get out
wake up
here.
with the marks, scratches,
That's terrible.
and you're trying to figure out what's going on. You know, you're like, whoa, what is this
Right.
happening to me?
Oh, I would be
When
too.
when you've never had that problem before ever, you know.
Yeah.
But I figured it out. They were draining my energy, but I overcame that succubus uh, in that picture doesn't exist anymore. She got destroyed, you know. But I'm more sure there's others. There's many that's what they do. They target the spirits, the bodies while you're resting. That or they attach themselves to you. They can attach themselves to you along your spinal cord that you don't even know they're there. They might enter your senses.
If they're on your spinal cord, is that what
Your,
makes your, would that
your
make
your
your
ear ducts,
heaviness?
your sinus, your
Okay.
mouth. That sometimes you might hear a voice or a whisper in your ear, or even a voice coming out of your mouth. Most likely, you have a negative attachment. So you have to rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ and tell it. You have to take authority over it and tell it is not allowed to be on your vessel.
So
But yeah,
if they were to attach to your spinal cord, and up like that, would that make you feel like you're heavy? That'd be that whole heavy thing that you would feel, your back aching all
you're
the time.
breaking up, Sister Brenda.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if they're attached to your spine, would that make it feel like, you have that heaviness on your shoulder and your back? Okay.
Having these on your shoulders and your back. Sometimes it feels like you're carrying like two or three people on your shoulders because you go walk around the block and then when you get home, your feet all bruised up on the bottom because you felt you was carrying a lot of weight on you.
Well, if it was all of them, it would be a lot of people on your back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you're gonna have the effects if you're carrying something heavy. You know, it's gonna show on your feet. You might throw a hip. You might pull a hamstring. You know, pull a muscle
Yeah.
because you're carrying that much weight. It's weight that is unseen.
Wow.
It's a spirit, but it can add weight on you. Which, like when I go to my walks, feels like I'm carrying a lot of people on my shoulders.
Don't
And
tell
I'm
me it can
praying.
add weight on you, because when I go to the doctor and he says, Brenda, you gained 3 pounds, and say, oh, I've got a spirit attached to me. I'm just going to tell him that. It's not
Yes,
me,
tell them
doc.
that.
I didn't do it. But yeah, and that's got to be a horrible feel. Do you ever feel like, well, I mean, when that happens, does it make you feel like somebody's like constantly watching you because they're watching, because they're attached to you? Like they're just, you can feel them where they're watching what you're doing.
Yeah, they know what you do, but at the same time, you got to train your senses so you'll be able to DM too. And that's what happened. After that, I started training my senses, you know, having a stronger spiritual connection to the Heavenly Father, was
Right.
able to ID them, you know, they
Oh,
can't hide no more. So I was able to ID them because I started living my life more in the spirit than in the flesh. And I was able to ID them, able to sense things, hear things through my spiritual senses. I know for a fact that there's definitely activity in that path, right at the entrance of the path in Elms Grove of
yeah.
the swing sets to the right. There's activity there, and to the left, but to the there's a lot of activity there. Definitely a something there, possibly a witch that lives in those woods, or the shape of skinwalker that lives on the other side of that path. It's kind of like going into a different dimension when you enter that path in Elms Grove.
Hmm.
Uh, I haven't gone there, but maybe one day I'll go back there. I'm not sure. I might have made the place famous, by doing that show, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters.
Yeah, that one, that like documentary thing that they did.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I seen that. That was pretty good. Pretty good.
yeah. But basically, what I'm saying, bro and sisters, don't be afraid when you wake up from your dream. Pray against it. Type on every name of Jesus Christ. Walk around your house. Pray in your house. If you got holy water, place some holy water in your doors and your windows. Say, place some holy water on your forehead. Sign of the cross, and type on every Jesus Christ's name. Tell it it's not allowed in your house. and it's not allowed in your vessel because normally it's still lingering around. The spirits are still lingering around, so you got to get rid of them out of your household. A lot of people don't do that. They'll wake up and they're like, "Oh, it's just a dream," then they go back to sleep and go back into the same dream they were dreaming, into the night terror or sleep paralysis.
Yeah, then they wake up the second time. Maybe they'll get a clue. Uh-oh, something's going on.
Ooh, I'm all wet.
Yeah,
What's happening?
I have this mark on me. What is this?
What is the scratches? What are the sickies on my neck? Imagine that, Sister Brenda. If you had a significant other and you wake up and you got the sicky-like marks in your neck, what is your significant other going to think?
Oh, probably not good things.
Exactly.
Yeah, that in most relationships that would cause a problem. Oh, I think that they have what's his name from last night up there? Jose. I think they have Jose up there on
I'm going to go
Paranormal
jump over
Activity.
there and help him out, Sister Brenda.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Alrighty.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you
do
all
that.
for tuning in here. This a thank you for those that tune in here tonight. Tune in tomorrow night for open mic night. This is for Wells from me, Sister Brenda.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. God bless y'all.